capacity as a coach. I do agree with you that, sometimes when certain labels are placed on us, they could be hard hard to get away from. That master of panic thing, that definitely stuck with him. And then, kind of how the way he had an unceremonious exit, prior to Dwight, asking out, in Orlando, that certainly didn't help. But amongst the NBA, professionals, amongst the players, he is well received. And, I don't anticipate that changing anytime soon.
Yeah. In the Eastern Conference, we're going to get out of the West here in a second, but in the Eastern Conference, do you think Orlando is a team that can possibly break through and make the playoffs?
I've been flirting with Orlando since last year, and I'll tell you, I was dead wrong. I didn't think that they were going to be great last year. In fact, I said they were probably going to be pretty terrible, but if anything, they would be, they could be exciting. I like what they're doing. They've got a great, a lot of young, very defensive-minded, defensive-oriented players. The jury's out on whether they can find enough scoring and in particular shooting in order to keep other teams honest. But if they're going to be one of those young teams that if they get out on you, if you're suspect in the backcourt, or they get out on top of you and start applying pressure with some of those young guys, they may surprise a team or two. I don't think they're going to I don't think they're going to be world beaters, but I do think they're an improved team. I think they're a team that can catch some teams off guard with just the level of intensity that they're going to be able to bring. Especially on the defensive end, I like the addition of Aaron Gordon. I think he's I don't think he's near as complete a player, especially on the offensive end, as some people may have thought, just solely based upon the tournament. So there's going to be some work that's necessary there. But all in all, I love his motor. I think he's going to be a ball player. I can't wait to see Victor Oladipo as he continues to develop. I'm a big fan of Vucevic. I'm a big, I like Tobias Harris. Clearly, as you can see, I enjoy Orlando. I want Jack Vaughn to do well. I think this is year 3 or 4 for him. We know coaches don't last long in the NBA. I'm hoping that they can start to turn it around here.
On NBA 2K14, the player I just created, I have been traded. This is my second year in the NBA. I got traded to the Orlando Magic, and my team is me, Oladipo, Michael Beasley, Big Baby Davis, and Andrew Bynum. Andrew Bynum, yeah. Oh. And I got Vucevic coming off the bench. We are in the conference finals right now against the Wizards. How do you like that matchup going down?
I think there's probably an awful lot of clouds in that locker room, but I won't. Yeah, but that's none of my business. No, I don't know how to answer that, Bob. I think you're going to do great. Make sure you follow your shots. I don't know, Bob.
Okay. Well, I don't even know what's on the Washington Wizards team right now, so I'll get back to you after that series is over.
Gotcha. Is it an updated roster? Is Washington's roster updated?
Well, it's rosters from last year that have been remanufactured in the off season and trades and whatnot.
Gotcha. So they still have Ariza. They don't have Paul Pierce. I was going to say you got to watch out for him poking you in the forehead. Let me know how that runs out.
Yeah, I will definitely. You'll be the first to find out. But really quick on Beasley.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was a number 2 overall pick. Probably would have got number 1 if Derrick Rose doesn't have a run with with Memphis in the NCAA tournament. This guy has fallen off a cliff. I thought going to Miami would be good for him to play with some veterans and kind of take a back seat. Now he's going to Europe. What's your take on that? What do you ever see him back to the NBA and having a rejuvenation or anything?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, he's only 25 to 26 years old. And I was asked this question about Andrew Bynum. It's funny because you just mentioned him. And I think Bynum is 26 going on 27. The reality is they've still got enough talent They still got, the youth is on their side. Obviously you've got the injury concerns with Bynum. But the truth of the matter is, you're right. Beasley was a number two pick overall. Whether he was deserving of it or not, obviously the game was there. Andrew Bynum, you've seen him play at a very high level, for extended periods of time. The reason why I lumped them together is because, it's the same situation. If they want it, they can get it. If Andrew Bynum truly wants to play, he can be on an NBA roster, even with all of the nonsense that he's put several teams through now. If Michael Beasley truly, truly wants it, he can work himself back into the NBA and find himself a nice little secondary career as an NBA player, moving forward. But but it has nothing to do with what I have to say or what even anyone else has to say. It's a matter of what they want. If they want it, they'll take care of business. If they don't, well, they'll just be another sad story of wasted talent. And I'm usually not one to throw labels like that on the players, but that's the reality there. If they end up not panning out and not being able to ever really get back into the league, it'd just be another example of wasted talent.
Bynum, is it fair to say he's pretty much Eddie Curry, minus the Eddie Curry not having any NBA Finals to his name?
Well, I mean, but here's the problem with that comparison. Eddie Curry, obviously, there was some talent there. He had weight issues, ongoing. Who knows, where he is now at this point in his life. But he was more of an offensive, minded player. Didn't rebound all that well. Wasn't really caring about the defensive end. He might get you 12 to 20 points. But Bynum. The reason why it's always frustrating with him is I actually watched Bynum in his very first summer league game. So the very first time he put on the purple and gold, I was there at the Long Beach Pyramid. It's funny because on that team that actually was Ronnie Kurioff's rookie year, and Switch Parker, that was actually he was on that summer league team as well. Those were some intriguing teams to watch. But he's got all the talent from defensive prowess. He's athletic, big, strong. Drop step, footwork, all across the board, soft touch, can face. Even started to develop a little bit of a turnaround face-up game from about 12 feet out. Rim protector, shot blocker. But the fact that he just can't get out of his own way, it's really just sad. So while I wouldn't say they're similar players, it's more of a cautionary tale, just like Eddie Curry and just like some of the other guys.
585-633-7487. I'm here with Jabari Davis, the Bob Sullivan Show on LateNightSportsRadio.com.
Don't believe you anymore. You can never turn me on. There's no more love. There's no more tears. No feelings like before. And now my heart is made of stone. And you'll never turn me on. Into a broken hearted lying on the floor. And now your soul is torn in two. You are lost, you are mad, feeling sad. You crazy broken dreams are never coming back. Now you see how it feels when you're down on your knees and your soul is turning two. Now you know how it feels when you're down on your knees and your heart is bleeding. Now so strong. Don't believe it anymore. suffering like before. So you've got the sleepless nights, and tears are clouding up your eyes, and you're broken heart and lying on the floor. And now your soul is torn in two. You are lost, you are mad, feeling sad. You crazy broken dreams are never coming back. And now you see how it feels when you're down on your knees and your soul is turning to. And now you know how it feels when you're down on your knees and your heart is bleeding now so And now your soul is torn in two. You are lost, you are mad, feeling sad. Your crazy broken dreams are never coming back. Now you see how it feels when you're down on your knees and your soul is turning to. And now you know how it feels when you're down on your knees and your heart is bleeding now so strong.
Who the hell can wait till morning? Talk now at latenightsportsradio.com.
Welcome back to the Bob Sullivan Show here on Late Night. I'm back with a good friend and member of BasketballInsiders.com, Jabari Davis. Jabari, we got Colts Houston coming down to the wire here, 33 to 28. J.J. Watt with a touchdown. J.J. Watt, should he be an MVP candidate right now, Jabari?
It sure seems like. How many touchdowns does he have on the year? And I know that's at least 2 or 3 now, right?
I'm thinking 3. I remember 2 for sure. I think this is 3.
Yeah. No, I mean, Bob, I don't claim to be a football analyst by any stretch. In fact, I like the worst team in the league and has been going strong for the last decade. So I tend to shy away from football conversations. Yes, well, that means I'm a Raiders fan for those out there.
I know. I'm a Giants fan, so I mean it's been easy for me over the last few years with 2 Super Bowls, but for one Knicks championship, the Giants could get as many Super Bowls as they want. I could care less. The Knicks championship,
okay.
That's all I need.
Was it 72? Was it 71 or 72? Was it 72?
7.
It's a long time ago. That is.
Yeah, not even. I mean, you add my lifetime. My lifetime. 24 years. I've seen 2 finals appearances, which those were fun teams. I will give them that, but. As far as it all goes, it's pretty depressing. I mean, with the Isaiah era.